Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Terrell Suggs. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, 88. 319.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Clay Matthews in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Third and goal, option right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Trying to lay one up deep. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Gone!
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Hot!
Now it's Jackson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
All right, now look at 56.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Crabtree, the intended receiver. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 58 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nick Perry in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Watch it now, Barney!
On second down, Jackson. Looking deep for Crabtree. It's caught at the 10. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree from 10 yards out, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, You need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things, and I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
You got 4. Wind out. You got 58.
Here's Rodgers. Caught left side, Williams. Still going. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. After the interception, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey, we got 3 down. Gun!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He uncorks it for Snead. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Over!
4th down, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney!
Throwing again. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10.
Gone!
Again, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Jackson now. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Jackson throwing again. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw that happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Muhammad Wilkerson coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Now Jackson on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Ravens on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be third and a mile. They go play action now. Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The Ravens on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be third and forever. Jackson from the shotgun. Airing one deep for Crabtree. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The left side throw complete to Adams. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
26.
Rodgers now on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. And now running right through it. A 2nd spin. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.